Hi, girls. I hope you're having a beautiful day today. Welcome to the first masterclass of the Creative Purpose. I am super, super excited to be doing this today. I have never created a masterclass for this, so let's just try it. This is a new concept that I'm trying to include in the Creative Purpose, which is something I did for my first business, which was Bliss Girl. So today's video is going to be all about repurposing content to create an ebook. So let's just start right away with this. Welcome. First, I'm Sophia, in case you don't know me. I am the founder of Bliss Girl, a brand specially made to help other women learn foreign languages in an autonomous way. So with Bliss Girl, I created a lot of things like courses, printables, ebooks, programs, a membership. I created plenty of things to support other women who were learning foreign languages on their own. And so that I wanted to create digital tools to help them go through this journey of language learning. And then I started my second business, which is the Creative Purpose. And in this business, I am focusing on helping other women in their entrepreneurial journey as they start their own businesses or their side hustle projects. And I'm trying to support them in order to create digital tools that they can sell as passive income. So I am also a writer. I love to write. I have been a writer since I was a teenager, even a child. I write stories, I have written novels, I have written fanfics, and I also write songs. And I also write in blogs. So I have had plenty of blogs throughout my whole life. And right now I am writing the blog for the Creative Purpose, but I also wrote the blog for Bliss Girl. And I also wrote a literary blog, about literature. And finally, I'm also a podcaster. I have the Creative Purpose podcast, and I'm very willing to try another podcast in the future. And I'm also a designer. I love to design these things like slides, ebooks, workbooks, all the graphic part of a course, of a website. So I'm all that. So the question of this masterclass is, why selling your knowledge through an ebook? So some people may think like creating an ebook, it's an old thing, something that it's not really popular anymore. But I think writing your own ebook can give you some benefits. And these are that it is more affordable for your audience to purchase an ebook from you than buying a course or getting into your membership or even buying a physical book. So writing an ebook is more affordable for your audience, and you can use this for everyone that is getting to know you like for the first time. So if people are not ready yet to buy a program from you or a coaching session with you, they can get your ebook first, get to know you, get to know how you teach, your techniques, your tips, and then they can up level into the next step of your ladder, your business ladder. So it's more affordable for your audience to know you, and you can get more people getting to know your business that way. The second benefit is that it's easier to get and read. It is much easier to purchase an ebook from Amazon, from Kindle, from Payhip, from Etsy, from any platform, rather than going to Book Depository and then waiting for your book, your physical book to arrive, or getting it in Amazon, or even going to a shop. Sometimes you have an audience that it's very international, and they want to get your physical book in a store, in a bookshop, and they will have to purchase through internet and then wait for weeks or months till your ebook gets to them. In the case of your book, in the case of physical books. But in the case of ebooks, it is very easy. They just purchase through a link and then they get the ebook right away. Number 3 is that you don't need to get accepted in a publishing house, which, of course, if you want to have like a book that it's represented by a publishing house and you want an agent, a literary agent, then that would be the best route for you. But if you're not really into that and you just want to publish your book and you want your ebook to get to the hands of your audience, then publishing an ebook is very simple. You don't need to get accepted in a publishing house. If you don't want, you can just publish on your own. The first benefit is that you have full control of your ebook. As you are not in a publishing house, you don't have an agent, you don't have to follow the rules of a publishing house. So all the control of what's inside of your ebook is in you. You are the editor. You can, of course, hire an editor if you prefer that, but it's not compulsory that you have an editor. You can edit your book yourself. You can create your own front cover or hire the person you want to create your front cover. You don't have to wait for all the people in the publishing house to tell you, yeah, it's okay. You can use that cover. You can use this font. You can use this design. When you self-publish your ebook, you have full control of everything inside, outside of it, and also on everything related to the marketing. Also, the majority of the percentage in sales are going to be for you. You only have to pay for the transactional fees if people purchase through PayPal or through any other credit card. Also, if you sell through Payhip or through Etsy, for example, you will need to pay some fees, but these are like maybe 1%, 2%, even 5% in some cases, but it's not going to be a lot. In the other side, if you publish with a publishing house or you wait for your book to be sold or to be purchased in a physical way, you're not going to be earning a lot. You're going to be earning just a small percentage. And in the best of cases, half of the money is going to be for you. But when you self-publish an ebook, then most of the money is for you. And the final, but not less important, is the environmental friendly. This is environmental friendly. You're not going to be spending on paper. You're not going to be thinking like all these books were once a tree or something like that. And all the energy used into creating your book in a factory, in a place. No, your ebook is going to be able to see on your cell phone, on a laptop, on tablet, on an ebook reader like Kindle, but you're not going to be thinking that you're doing something bad to the environment. So next, your own knowledge and experiences, and this is something I really love about writing your own ebook and repurposing your content. And this is that everything you have learned in your niche or in the topic that you want your ebook to be about is going to be useful for this ebook. You don't need to be hiring an expert to help you because your ebook is going to be like your presentation letter for your audience or for future people that will follow you in your business. People will see your ebook, will read it, and will know that this is all your own knowledge and your experiences. Of course, you can research more and investigate some more for your ebook, but mostly it's going to be your own knowledge and your own experiences. Also, all the things you have overcome, the struggles you have overcome through your own journey. And also the experiences of others. If you want to share that, you can ask people to help you or to give you some of their experiences. I've read ebooks where the teachers talk about some experiences from their students also. So not only their experience, but also the experience that their students have had. So that makes people feel more close and generate a better relationship with you and your ebook, because they may think, okay, I am in the same like position as her student, and now I know that if they could overcome this situation, I can also overcome it. So what if you cannot write an ebook right now because you have a lack of time, and maybe you think, if I write an ebook, I will have to spend like months, even years writing it, which is the case of some people. But you can, of course, do that if you want to write an ebook from scratch, from zero, and it will take more time. But of course, that's also an important job and a very valuable one. But if you don't have time right now and you want to get an ebook out there and help more people through your words, then you can totally use this technique. So that's when repurposing appears. So you have three options here. You can go the easy way, which is the one I did, and I will share my example with you in a later slide. But you can go the easy way and use the content that you have used previously for your posts or for your newsletters. So you can repurpose your own posts, the one you wrote for your website or for your blog, or even the newsletters that you have written to your audience. This is also something that I will be doing for the future. I want to get an ebook. I want to write many ebooks, but one I want to write, it has a lot of relation with the newsletters and the posts that I've written. So that's the first one, is the easiest one, because you're going to be using content that is already written. You can, of course, add more things, but this is the easiest thing. Then the second option number 2, is the intermediate level of difficulty, which is your Instagram posts and your Facebook posts, any posts you have written in a social media platform, for a social media platform. So all the Instagram posts you have written, you can grab them and create an ebook with them. Also, if you have written Facebook posts, that's also an option. Why I say it's an intermediate level of difficulty? Because on Instagram and Facebook, you don't really write a lot of things. You write posts, but they are not very long. So you will have to be filling in the gaps of this content. So in your post, maybe your post or your newsletter is longer, so you have more content to use for your ebook. But in Instagram and Facebook, it's not always like that. So you may have to fill here and there with more examples and more teaching techniques, maybe, so that it's not like a short ebook of 10 pages. And then the third option is the one that takes longer, and this is about your videos. So taking the content from your videos, from your masterclasses, from your podcast, for anything that you have created that is a visual thing, like a video, an audio. So in this case, it takes longer because you need to transcribe everything that is there. You have to listen and then try to write down again those things, or hire a person who can transcribe everything you said in the video or in the masterclass or in the podcast episode. Or maybe you can even use a tool. I don't know any of them at this moment because I haven't transcribed my things with tools. But if I know that there may be plenty of them on the internet right now. So that's also an interesting option, but it takes longer because you're not grabbing and copy and pasting the content, but trying to do an extra step there. So I want to tell you something, and this is that this is not cheating or creating a paid product with content you already made for free, but in a bad way, like you are stealing from people, because you are giving people a new experience where they can learn from your knowledge and your experience in a more compelling and organized way. So all your posts, they are everywhere in your website, your masterclasses, your YouTube videos, your podcast episodes, your newsletters. When people receive your newsletter, they read it right away. If they are a big fan of yours, maybe they can save your newsletter for later. They can save them on their laptop to reread again. But in most cases, people read a newsletter and then they just forget about it. People read a blog post and they forget about it. When you grab all your content and you organize it in a way that looks interesting to read, that it's very organized, that you are going step to step through an outline, through something that is organized, as I said before, people get more value because they are reading something that you made for them to get all the steps right away. They don't have to be clicking, okay, so what is the next post I can read from this person? This one looks interesting. Sometimes we get to a website and we see 1,000, not 1,000, but like, I don't know, like 50 posts and or 50 articles, and we start opening them in different tabs on our browser, and then we read one, then we read the second one, the third one, and then the fourth one we are already tired and we just click exit from each of the tabs. So at the end of the day, we don't get to read all the content because it's a lot to grab, and then we forget sometimes about this website. We forget which was the URL of the website. So I think that in an ebook, it's much more organized, it's compelling content, and it's a different experience. So people don't really remember. I think I read this somewhere. Some people may, but many won't. And you are giving them a different piece of content. You are giving them all your knowledge inside an ebook, not just one piece of content, and then they have to find the next one that is going to be useful for them. So these are the steps to create your ebook by repurposing your content. The first step is to choose from the previous options of difficulty level for you. So you can choose the one that takes longer. If you have only videos, if you only have masterclasses, if you only have a podcast and all your content is mostly videos, you can, of course, choose this option. You can use option 2, intermediate, if you have a lot of content inside of your Instagram or on your Facebook or on Twitter, I think. I don't know if people really use Twitter nowadays for business, but for Instagram and Facebook, maybe that's the case. You have a lot of content that you have put there, so you can use that content, reuse it. And the third option, the easy way, posts and newsletter. Just choose one of the three. You can also combine them. If you choose the easy way, it doesn't mean that you cannot use the intermediate or the takes longer option. You can combine them, but I really recommend you to choose at least one. Then the second step is to reread, rewatch, and re-listen all the things that you chose. Like if you, for example, chose only the posts and newsletter, then you're going to have to reread your content so that you can make a list with the worth using content there. So maybe you have written 100 posts for your website, but after rereading them, you can also skip some parts. But after reading the posts, you may realize that there are only 20 posts that are really worth using as content for your ebook, because the other content is so old that it hasn't been updated. You can maybe reuse it, but you'll have to change many things. So try to take a look into the options and find like what is the content that is worth sharing again in this ebook, like which one is the best content. And there's a lot of rain right now, so I hope you can hear me fine. There's a thunderstorm out there, so I really hope you can hear me. And the third step is rearrange in an organized way that list. So that list that you wrote with the worth using content, now rearrange that and organize it in a way that feels cohesive to read. So if you were a person trying to read more about this topic that you're going to be teaching, what is the best way that you can organize this content so that it feels cohesive? And I have two examples here. The first one is by using first the introductory content. You can start your ebook with all the introductory content for beginners, like the 101 content that people need to learn right now from this niche, from this topic. Then it will come the educational part, so all the more detailed things of your topic, of your niche. Then it can come the personal experience, so you can use all the content that you have written to share your own experience or the experience of others. Then you can move to the more example part and ideas. And finish your ebook with the motivational posts, the one you write about mindset, for example, so that people end your ebook and close this ebook feeling motivated to take action and apply whatever you have taught them. The second example here is the general content, going through from general to specific. So you go from here, from the bottom of the pyramid, with the general content, the general posts, the general videos, and then you move into the more specific content. So you start adding the posts that are more detailed, maybe more specific, that are more niched down. All these mixed with your personal experience. There's a thunder right now, I think. So all these mixed with your personal experience, maybe, and external examples that you can share. So your general content, then specific, but both of them, try to mix them with your personal experience. And yeah, so now let's go to step number 4, which is transcribe or paste the content in a document. So now that you have your list with your chosen posts, the chosen videos, or the chosen episodes of your podcast that you will be using for your ebook, you have to transcribe, in case if this is a visual, audiovisual, or audible piece of content, you have to transcribe it into a document. You can use Google Docs or Microsoft Word, or any other, really. That's only 2 options. And in the case of written content, you'll have to copy and paste inside of the document. Then the 5th step is to edit this content, is to edit the file that you wrote, all the things that you copied and pasted, all the things you transcribed. Now it's time to edit. You can erase all the things that are not longer serving anyone, like the things that are too outdated, the things that are not really useful anymore, maybe, or things that you are not believing anymore. And you can change that for new things, for new pieces of advice, for new examples. After you edit the content, you can move to Canva, and this is my personal example, but of course you can use any other design platform. In my case, I like to design my ebooks on Canva, so go to Canva and choose a book template or create one with your style if you prefer. But if you want to use the ones on Canva, I made some research and I found these options. You can find more. Of course, there are more options if you're using the paid plan of Canva. If you're using the free one, there are less options, but anyways, you can find something. And after you find the template you like for your front cover, maybe, or even for the inner pages of your ebook, you can tweak the design, change the colors, change the font, the images, the clip art, the patterns. You can go to Creative Market if you want, and you can design your ebook. Then step number 7 is to move the content to the Canva template. So you already designed your ebook, how you want it to look. Now it's time to move the content from your files, from Google Docs or from Microsoft Word, into Canva, so that you only copy each chapter and you paste it into your template on Canva. And you make it more beautiful. You maybe add some illustrations, your illustrations, or illustrations that you can find on Canva, or maybe ones that you find on Creative Market. And then you create your front cover, again, using maybe one of these or any other you find that you like. And then the next step is to download as a PDF and then sell on either a third-party platform like Etsy, Payhip, Gumroad, there are plenty, or you can also sell it on your own website. So this is the final step, and then you have to move to the marketing part, which maybe includes writing to your newsletter, post it on your website, post it on your social media, create graphics for Pinterest, announce it on Instagram stories, maybe promote it on a live. So you make a live through Instagram and then you promote your ebook there, maybe also on YouTube. All the creative content in relation to marketing comes after this. But the final part of your ebook is selling it. You can also sell it on Amazon Kindle, I think. I'm not sure the specific details, the technical details of this because I haven't done it before, but that's also an option. So I want to share with you very quickly my own experience doing this same strategy. So following those steps that I just taught you was how I repurposed the content from my blog into a beautiful ebook that I have been selling for 4 years now. So I have been selling my Hacks to Learn Any Language ebook since 2018. I think it was on February when I launched it. And since then, I haven't stopped selling this. I started selling it on Payhip, then on Etsy, and I have always been selling this as $5. Like, it's only $5. It's a very affordable price. If a person wants to learn from me, they can grab my ebook and get all my tips. I grabbed most of the content in this ebook through my website, from my website. I already wrote plenty of things from my website, so I just grabbed the ones that I thought were going to be more helpful. I took them a little bit and then I put them in a very beautiful ebook. I created the front cover. I know it's not beautiful right now because at that point I wasn't very good at design. I was just starting, but I did everything outside and inside of the ebook and I created all the marketing plan. So I've been selling this alone as a $5 offer and also in bundles. So I bundled this ebook with a workbook, a practical workbook that I created before, and it was one of my best selling offers. And I thought, why don't I create a bundle with this workbook and the ebook, and it's just a couple of dollars more expensive than the practical workbook on its own. And many people started buying that. I also included this into other bundles like the Polyglot Girl bundle, the Language Learning Hub, and I also included as bonuses in my language programs like my membership, the Polyglot Girls Collective. So I've used this ebook for many things. So not only to sell on its own, but also to sell in bundles and add as bonuses for my programs and courses. So this is my experience. I still earn money with this ebook, and I think it's a very good option if you're just starting to create content online. Maybe you are a coach, or maybe you create courses, but you haven't created passive income products like ebooks or practical workbooks. So maybe this is a very, very nice option for you if you want to earn more money on the side and grab more attention from people, get more attention, get new fans. So that's also a nice option. So this is everything for today's masterclass. I tried to keep it short. I didn't want to extend so much and make it last like 1 hour or so. So this is it. But before you go, I want to recommend you to check out a generator I created. If, for example, you want to create an ebook, but you don't know what topic can be this ebook, or you want to create more digital products, but you don't know which ones to create, I want to recommend you to use my digital product idea generator, which is an Excel file that you can use to generate 100 ideas of digital products to create. And not only that, the other day I was thinking on different topics for videos that I wanted to create or new products for my business, and I didn't know which topics to cover, and I used this generator. And not only I got the idea of different products, but I also got the idea of new topics that I never thought before. So this generator is very helpful in that matter too. So I will leave the link down below in the description of this episode of this video if you want to check it out. And that's it. That's it for everything. That's it for today. I hope you have enjoyed this episode, this video a lot, and that you could learn more tips to incorporate into your own business. If you create your ebook after watching this masterclass, I'd love to check that out. So you can leave me your link in the comment of this video and let me know what you think of it. Do you like reading ebooks? Have you created ebooks before? I'd love to know that. So I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day ahead, and I'll see you in a future video. Bye!